Gentlemen, the Symbolises Novice Shearing Final. Just witnessed the Woolhandling final. This time it's the Shearer's turn, the Novice boys. She's finals time here, ladies and gentlemen. And if we can have our Novice Shearing finalists please assemble at the foot of the stage. Once the judges are ready, we'll get you up and we'll get into it. Okay, so the judges are ready, ladies and gentlemen. Let's introduce our young shearers up onto the stage. On stand number 6, give them a big hand from Kimbolton, Lockie Crayfar. On stand 5, ladies and gentlemen, from Tikakino, Chief Whakaui. That's the way, folks. Stand 4 from Pornaroa, Michael Buick. On stand 3 from Wairarapa, young Riker Swan, the big fella. On stand 2 from Taihape, Josh Devane. And the last man on the stage in this novice shearing final from Dannyvrick on stand number 1, Connor McIntyre. So this time our young competitors will share 2 sheep each. 2 sheep in the final. These big tomato ewes. And once again a big thanks to our sponsors, Symbolises. And a big thanks to the stately gentlemen up there in the grey shirts, our shearing judges. Well done, guys. From all over the country, all over the world. And we have a green light. We'll get the thumbs up from the referee very shortly. And we'll set these young boys alight. 1, 2. The first of our shearing finals in 2020, the 60th anniversary. How are we looking, Rabbit? Thumbs up from Mr. Rabbit. Timekeepers ready. Competitors set, go. And we're away into it. The 2 sheep final this time for these young fellas. Connor McIntyre, Josh Devane, Riker Swan, Michael Buick, Chief Whakaui and Lockie Crayfar. She's all go for these boys for the next few minutes, and we're going to be looking for a red ribbon for these guys. One of these guys is going to be good enough to get it. We can see the time points up there. We can see the board points, but no pen points. So it's going to be withheld from us. It's going to be a wee bit of suspense there. It's going to be an instant prize giving. Tuma will get up there and we'll find out who is going to take this one out. But we've got to work our way through the 2 sheep first. Up the neck for Connor McIntyre. Michael Buick, the young gun from Pornaroa. Up the neck as well, under the chin. Breaks it open. Cheek comes off now. Up comes young Riker Swan, the big fella there in the middle on stand number 3. Chief Fakaway down the far side. Saw him in the Student Shearing Challenge as well. Into the base of the year and around the back of the head very shortly. Lockie Crowfar down the far end on stand 6. Winds his way up the backbone in what we call the undermine part of the sheep. But the rest of the field up the neck. Josh Devane there as well, but Connor McIntyre rounding towards the front shoulder right there with Michael Buick. Big Riker Swan not too far away. Starting to pump those big arms as he swings around and towards the long blow. Ooh, Michael Buick, long blow time as well on stand number 4. Way they go together. Connor McIntyre hits it as well. 2 short blows. Then a big sweeping blow right through to the base of the ear. Connor McIntyre on 1. Couple of shearers from Pongaroa there on stands 1 and 4. Tai Happy, Waiarapa, Danny Verk, Tikokino. Way up the backbone for Connor on stand number 1. Is he leading? No. Michael Buick and Riker Swan. Riker's swings around onto the last front shoulder carry. This young fella, not much to him, but he's got a motor and a half.
I tell you what, Norm, you're right when you call him the Blade Runner. It doesn't get any more novice than this young fella on stand number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Riker Swan. He is coming out of swinging. He sure very, very well in the semi-final. And into the final he goes. And he is giving it all he's got, the young fella, and it's great to see. Down and out the flank he goes. Sheep number 1 and 2 on the board to share, ladies and gentlemen. We started the morning, well, the afternoon, I'm sorry. We started with 70. We went down to 18, and now we are at the Golden Shears novice final. And there are 6 of them, ladies and gentlemen. Down and out the flank goes young Riker Swan. Almost in the lead, but it's going to be Michael Buick. Into the pen he goes. Then young Riker in he goes. Second and final sheep on the board for these competitors. Connor McIntyre into the pen he goes. Young Riker got that big girl out, got her under control. Down the first leg he goes. 1, 2 into the undermine, the young fella. Young Chief down there on stand number 5. Into the pen he goes for a second and final sheep. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is finals time. Get in behind these young shearers. This is the future of New Zealand shearing right here, ladies and gentlemen. Undermine time for stands 1, stands 3. Up the neck they go. Young Connor McIntyre leading the way at the moment, just by a whisker over the young Riker Swan. Up and around the shoulders these 2 boys go. Blow for blow, around and down and out the flank. Young Josh Devine, the Tai Happy boy, ladies and gentlemen. Sheep 1 on the board for him still, but remember, these sheep are judged on the board. They're judged out the back. It's not all about speed, ladies and gentlemen, but speed has a big part to play in their final score. Down and out the flank he goes. He will look for the cord. He'll be in there for sheep number 2. Come on, Josh, get into it, mate. You got a couple of time points to claw back. Down and into the long blow goes Connor McIntyre. Down into the long blow goes young Riker Swan. I tell you, Norm, that young fella, he's coming out of swinging.
He certainly is, no doubt about that. Turning for home, he's got a difficult sheep, so might just tell on the last side maybe, but he's stayed on top of it all the way through. Tried to turn itself inside out when he brought it out onto the board, but he managed to keep it under control. He's doing a pretty good job of that. Under the front leg for Connor McIntyre. Down the last side he pours on stand number 1. Right out onto the toe. Another couple of shots for Connor. And he's going to be looking for the cord. Sheep number 2 it is on the board. Leading the field from the front stand. Down comes Riker Swan. Round comes Michael Buick. And up comes Lockie Crowfar down the far end, but they haven't got the answer for Connor McIntyre. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. The young fella from Pongaroa on stand number 1. Well done, Connor. Good time. Let's see if the quality points match. So Riker, just as I thought, that sheep, pretty difficult, but he's got it in a better position now, so he's going to be able to finish it off from here. As long as it doesn't start flapping about with his back legs. We've got to go right back to the backbone and out onto the back leg. Now Chief Whakaoi on stand number 5 turns for home. Cheek comes off. Down over the last front shoulder. He'll step behind the sheep very shortly. Josh Devane swinging around into the first front shoulder. Lockie Crofer does the same down there on stand number 6. Last side time though for stands 3, 4 and 5, and Riker Swan, give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen, the young fella. All done and dusted. Looks pretty well shorn from here. Of course, them old judges out the back, they'll get a closer look than us. He's got to get out the porthole first, young fella. Well done, mate. And there is Michael Buick. Give Michael a hand, ladies and gentlemen. From a very well-known shearing family, that young fella. Looks like he's got the goods as well. Right out onto the back leg for Chief Whakaoi. He's going to be the next finished, barring any incidents. And another few shots for this young fella from Tikokino on stand number 5. Over the tail he rolls. Cleans it up and out it goes. Give him a hand, folks. This is a final. They need a wee bit of support. Well done. Last side time for the last 2 competitors, Kerry, as they clean off over the front shoulder.
I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, cracking final in this side acting novice shearing final, ladies and gentlemen. Down and out the flank goes Lockie Crafer down there on stand number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Down and out to the tips of the toes he goes. He has shorn very well, ladies and gentlemen. All 6 competitors started in a field of 70. Let's not forget that. And we have found our top 6. Now the question is, who's going to go further? Lockie Crafer, ladies and gentlemen, is down there on stand number 6. And coming home on stand number 2. With his second and final sheep on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Down and out the flank he goes. Keeping his quality job right. And don't count him out, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for another shearing finalist, Josh Devine.
Well done, guys. Awesome stuff. So they'll stay up there. It is an instant prize giving. And the results will be with us very, very shortly. And a big thank you to our points team up in the top of the back of the stadium. Well done, guys. So we're going to get Tuma Mullins to come back up on the stage. Welcome back, Tuma. And run us through the instant prize giving for our novice shearers, and also a presentation for the Pawa Mullins novice wool handling. Got the ribbons up there, and we'll get the prizes up there. The guys are up there waiting, and all we need is the points. One of these young competitors, ladies and gentlemen, is going to walk away with a red ribbon, and what a red ribbon to have. The 60th anniversary of the Golden Shears. Of course, this ribbons are what these young competitors are here for. And the red one is the one they really, really want. Big thanks to Sydecton, the sponsors of this event.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do you want to give those young novice shearers another big hand? Well done to these young men. As you can see, you don't have to be a big, hulking, muscly guy to get around sheep. I mean, look at young Riker. And he's 42. Sorry, Riker, I'm only kidding, buddy. Anyway, we're from Sydecton. We have Robert Larson. He's just going to say a few words.
Hey, thanks very much. This was awesome. We had about 48 novice shearers last year, and this year there's just about 70. That's really amazing. They seem to be getting younger, or I'm getting older. So, but Sydecton and Zoetis is happy to stay with this event. This is our 3rd year, and we'll be back next year. So thanks very much, guys, and well done.
Okay, we've... like Digdon Novice Shearing Champion, to receive $200 plus the horseshoe trophy. And he is from Wairarapa, Swan. Well, Raika, I'll tell you what. You can see how much this means to you, mate. You know, you've been coming to the shows for a little while now. I know there must be a few people that you really want to thank.
I'd like to thank Dad for bringing me here, the sponsors, and everyone coming and competing.
Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. I think he had the biggest sheep up here too. In second place, $120, the blue sash, Michael Buick Pongaroa. In third place, from Kimbolton, Lockie Crafer. Fourth place, from Tikakino, Chief Hakuwe. Fifth place, Pongaroa Connor McIntyre. And in sixth place, from Taihape, Josh Devane. Ladies and gentlemen, your novice champions.
Oh, that's a box. That's a box.
Okay, our next presentation is for the Powai Mullins Shearing Limited Novice Woolhandling. Adia Mullins was supposed to be here to do this presentation, but she ended up having to go home to organise work for tomorrow. So on behalf of Adia Mullins, I'd just like to say we're very honoured to be the sponsors of the Novice Woolhandling. We've always trained in Dannevirke, and you know, the wool is, well, it should be where the money is. At the moment it's not, but that's why it's more than ever important to keep the job right with the wool. Okay, don't just take the belly and crutch out and chuck it all in. Keep the job right, have faith it will come back. So thank you very much on behalf of Powai Mullins Shearing. In first place to receive $150, the red sash, a Golden Shears pedal. And she is from Woodville, Laura Bradley. I'm doing this to Lee. Thanks. A few words, please, Laura.
Unexpected. I'd like to thank Mum and Gwen and Powai for all the help. Adia Mullins for all the work and support that she gives us. Toma for being a great mentor. The sponsors and all the competitors. Cheers.
In second place, she hails from Germany, Robin Kraus. In third place, from Australia, Grace Tiati. And in fourth place, Shantae Walker. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, Golden Shears, our 60th anniversary. We'll be starting in the morning with the senior wool handling. We hope to see you there. If you're driving, please take care on the roads. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Welcome back. Well, you've watched 2 amazing finals tonight, and how cool is it for us to be able to have young Rika Swan here, the winner of the Novice Shearing Championship. Rika, tell us a little bit about yourself. Congratulations.
Don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say. Well, why don't I ask you a better question than that? Whereabouts are you from, Rika, and how long have you been shearing?
From Wairarapa, and I've been shearing for a few years now.
Right. Whereabouts around locally?
Yeah.
Mainly?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've done a few shows this season?
Yeah.
Tell us about them.
Most of them were good. A few not the best.
How many wins?
3.
3 wins. Tell us.
4.
4. You forgot one. Oh my goodness. Hey, look, so we've got Rika here who just really did an amazing job in that final, and lucky enough to have his dad here, Paul Swan.
Yes.
So talk to us about this. I mean, how cool is this?
It is very good, yes. So it puts the pressure on his brother for tomorrow.
So his brother is...
Keith, so he's in the intermediate, so when Rika goes well, Keith doesn't go so well, so...
Oh, well, we're going to change that, eh?
Well,
change that around.
hopefully.
And you, Dad, what?
Yep. I normally follow Rika, so hopefully he's a final for me.
So the Swan family are all here this year, competing in the 60th Golden Shears. Yeah. So Rika, tell me, what do you want to do next? Is this stuff you want to do, or have you got other aspirations?
Yeah, I want to do shearing.
You want to do shearing. Whereabouts?
Don't really know yet.
Don't know. You're going to travel the world?
Dad slams first.
Dad slams first. Yes, well, we always listen to Dad, don't we? So you and Keith and you, Paul, as a family, you farming?
Farming, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Keith's gone full-time shearing, but me and my wife run our farm, so kids get on and shear the lambs. In another year, possibly the 2 twin girls will be in his position.
Wow, love it. That's fantastic. Rika, so you've got a magnificent trophy there. How cool is that?
Real cool.
So you're still at school?
Yeah.
What school do you go to?
Wairarapa College.
Wairarapa College. Did you go to the East Coast Expo last week, Paul?
No, we didn't. We haven't been there. It always seems to be busy for us.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what, Wairarapa looked beautiful and lush.
Yes, it's definitely a bit greener than these ways.
That's right. Hey, look, all the best for your future, Rika. You've got a bright future in front of you. You were exciting to watch up there. And it goes to show you don't have to be the biggest boy You don't have to be the biggest. Just got to have the biggest heart, and you had that tonight. So well done to you, and all the very best.
Thanks.
And you too, Paul.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, pull finger, eh?
Yep, yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
I'll try, yep.
All right. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
So we'll just cross back for a minute and we'll get the winner of the Novice Woolhandling Champion to come and join us. All right, welcome back. And yeah, we've just had just a minor technical glitch here, nothing of any seriousness. But last event of the night, last champion for the first day of Golden Shears, Laura Bradley, the winner, the champion of the Golden Shears 2020 Novice Woolhandling. Now, this is something new for you.
It definitely is.
Tell us, I mean, talk to us about who you are, what you've been doing, and why the wool handling?
So I'm predominantly a shearer, but Mum was a wool handler and she wanted me to give it a go. So here I am giving it a go.
Giving it a go,
Yep.
Really, just like that.
Yep.
That was a comprehensive performance out there this evening. How did it feel?
It felt good until I heard the other girls were finishing and I was shitting my pants.
That's a bleep. Yeah. Okay, so you've done a few shows of late though with the wool handling, haven't you?
Yeah, I had to do some to lead up to Goldies just to get my hand in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so what have your results been to date, Laura?
I was third at the Masterton, and I was second in the Appity.
Right, so, they're pretty comprehensive competitions leading up to Goldies. Everybody's there. Everyone wants to get their hand in. You did well.
Yeah, I credit Mum.
You credit Mum. Well, I know your mum really well, and I'd credit her too. She was a pretty awesome wool handler in her day. And I guess this is just another example of how the generations just keep flowing, isn't it?
Yeah, if you've got good mentors and a really good contractor, it's quite easy to get into it.
Oh, well, I'm sure Artie would love that you say that. But Laura, you also had a personal best moment this season as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did back in January, shearing 451 lambs in 7 hours 50 minutes.
Woohoo, 50 minutes, wow. Well,
Yeah,
well,
not even an 8-hour day. I was really surprised.
oh, well, you've been certainly working your fitness up, and you know, what do they say? You do the mahi, you get the treats, and this season is shaping up to be amazing for you in more than one way.
Oh, definitely. It's been a really good season.
Oh, very cool. And what's
And
your
you've got
comment?
the senior heats
Tomorrow afternoon.
tomorrow afternoon, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you looking for that?
Hopefully good, but we'll see.
Got some good combs?
Yeah, I'll have to find some.
Yeah.
Well, you've got plenty of supporters and plenty of friends around that you can turn to. But really, we just want to wrap up. Doug, is there anything final that you want to add?
No, I guess tomorrow's amongst the other events that are happening. We see these veterans taking to the stand tomorrow, and with a 14-year-old winner tonight. Tomorrow we've got an 86-year-old shearing in the veterans.
They're evergreens, Doug.
Evergreens, indeed, that's what they've been called here. We've got 86-year-old Ian Harrison, or Snow Harrison as he was known, and he's the only surviving finalist from the very first Open final back in 1961. Still shears the odd one every now and then. So,
Cool.
you reckon you'll be going at the age of 86?
No, definitely not.
Yeah. So he's just arrived in town tonight. I spoke to him on the phone the other day, and he sounds in pretty good trim.
Very cool. Well, audience, whānau out there, whānau of Golden Shears of live streaming, thank you for joining us today, this evening. It's an early start in the morning, 7:45. We'll kick off with the Te Puni Kōkiri Senior Woolhandling. And as Doug has mentioned, there's going to be the evergreens. And looking forward to that. This is a special time for all of the competitors, past, present and future. But Laura, the last word to you.
Have a good night. Don't drink too much, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
Wow, fantastic. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
They wanted a bit more entertainment, so we had art competitions, maker models, all these sort of things. But that was only Wairarapa. In the Wairarapa, it wasn't getting out. And somebody said, there's a Miss Golden Shears, there's a Miss New Zealand thing. What would be the possibility of getting a girl in that? Because we didn't have a Miss Wairarapa, and everybody else had these things. Anyway, at one young farmers' meeting, I remember we discussed it. And Alan Williams and I put our hands up and said, we'll see what we can do about it. Well, who do you go to see about it? There was a lady that lived down the Te Pārai Road that happened to know a little bit about Miss Golden Shears, about Miss New Zealand contest, because she'd been a Miss New Zealand. So we went down and saw Gay this night, Alan and I, and she looked at us and she said, I'm not too sure about this, she said. You're trying to chew a big one off here. And we knew ourselves that we couldn't do it. But she was pretty well in with the Browns and everything else. And she rang us up a couple of months later and said, yes, they're willing to give you a go. What we wanted, we didn't want a Miss Wairarapa. We wanted a Miss Golden Shears. And by this time, TV was the in thing. And I mean, if we could get a Miss Golden Shears, one of those 12 or 14 girls walking across the stage, where the hell's this Miss Golden Shears come from? That's what we looked at. And they said, oh, we'll give it a go. So we had eliminations that first year. And I think Murray will agree with me here that Learsfield had a big put into that first year. In fact, he landed up marrying one of the contestants that year, or a year or so later. That was number one, the luck we had. The second one was once it came up, everybody said, well, what the hell are they going to get? Bloody some stupid wool-handling girls or something. Well, we put a line up of about 12 girls there, And the winner of that competition went on to be runner-up for Miss New Zealand that particular year. And that was our big thing. I think if we hadn't have done well in the first couple of years, they'd have probably come to us and said, well, look, we're not too well. And that was 1971, and Janine Morales got runner-up. And I've heard from one or two since then they believe that perhaps she should have won it, to be quite honest, that year. So that sets us up for the next 19 years of Miss Golden Shears. Wool, believe it or not, in those days, wool was actually worth some money. And so you grew wool right down to, and if you could get it growing out their nostrils, well, you did that too. And we wonder why it perhaps took 21 minutes to shear those sheep. When I first got involved, really got involved, was in 65. I'd been involved a little bit with young farmers. Was the wheat year 65, but I can remember Alan Precious said that he came down to shear in the seniors in 1965. And there were 262, I think, senior shearers. In 1965, we had the perfect farmer's autumn. The Thursday before Golden Shears it started to rain, beautiful drizzly rain, and it just kept raining and raining. And by Sunday night, I think one or two of the people from the hierarchy were getting a little concerned. And on Wednesday morning, to my knowledge, and I'm sure Laurie will stop me if I'm wrong here, but it's the only time that we've drawn real wet sheep at Golden Shears. They were wet, and that's when I really got quite involved with Golden Shears. I went in on the Wednesday morning to see what was going on in there, to see how they were handling these wet sheep, and there was one of the committee members, a chap by the name of Brian Newton, said, "What are you doing out here?" And I said, "Well, I've just come to see how you're handling the situation." He said, "I've got a job for you." And I spent the next 3 days down at the showgrounds. And what they did was bring wet sheep, and when I mean they were wet sheep in there, and we put them under the showgrounds. Unfortunately, it was an easterly, there was no wind, so they came in there saturated. And 6 hours later, we put them on the truck and sent them to the stadium, and they were still 80% wet. And all that wool went straight to Borthwick. However, we were lucky enough on the Friday afternoon, it did clear. That was, 8 days after it had started. And I managed to get some of them out into the paddock. So for the open quarters, we didn't have top 30 in those days. The open quarters, that Friday night or whenever it was, they had the wool was still. I think the outside was probably dryish, and by Saturday they were dry enough to think that those first Wednesday and Thursday and Friday morning the sheep were very wet. What are you going to do with these? So what I was doing was putting 3 in a pen. And it had been a lot of in the sheep pens, and been a good breeze, but there was no breeze or anything. So we're putting them in there, and 6 hours later I was taking them out. And on Thursday morning they bought a grain dryer down from Palmerston North. And if any of you know, you all know the showgrounds reasonably well. And we blocked the. They shifted a small mob of about 100 and put them in between the cattle pens where they keep the cattle there, and block the end up and put them there and put the blower on them. And I don't know why somebody hadn't thought of this before, to be quite honest. Fantastic. They turned the blower off after 1 minute, and looked, and all these lovely white sheep had gone black. Well, I mean, all it did was just blow the dust into the. Well, that wasn't very successful. That afternoon, they put some on a truck and took them down the aerodrome. And back the aerodrome behind an aeroplane, but that didn't really. I mean, you can imagine trying to get sheep dry. That didn't work either, really. So they did their best, but it was a pretty hopeless cause. The people, and I'd just like to reiterate what Edwin and Murray said, the people that set that up initially had great forethought. I mean, the complex of the thing has changed a little bit, but I mean, very, very little. You tell me any other thing that's only changed 20%.
Property. It's one of the most fiercely competitive markets in New Zealand. And that's why we at Bailey's continue to work to rise above the competition. We pride ourselves on being better, on doing our best to build on our hard-earned reputation every day. Since 1999, we've had a dedicated team of country experts whose skills and know-how have made us leaders in the field. We represent every sector of the rural landscape, from large-scale farms, stations, forestry, vineyards and specialty rural properties to lifestyle blocks and homes in the country. And we treat every single one with our legendary professionalism and integrity, whatever the scale. No one knows this market quite like us. We go above and beyond, time after time, day after day, year after year, to achieve the best possible result for our clients. That's why we're the nation's #1 rural real estate brand. Bailey's Country. We're altogether better. Property. It's one of the most fiercely competitive markets in New Zealand. And that's why we at Bailey's continue to work to rise above the competition. We pride ourselves on being better, on doing our best to build on our hard-earned reputation every day. We're New Zealand's largest full-service real estate brokerage. We work across residential, commercial, rural and business sales, property management, leasing, renting and more. So our ability to connect New Zealanders to each other, to opportunities, is second to none. Since 1999, we've had a dedicated team of country experts whose skills and know-how have made us leaders in the field. We represent every sector of the rural landscape, from large-scale farms, stations, forestry, vineyards and specialty rural properties to lifestyle blocks and homes in the country. And we treat every single one with our legendary professionalism and integrity, whatever the scale. Over time, our country team has formed strong links within rural communities, supporting many charitable organisations, schools, sports teams and events across the country. You'll find us in all major cities, provincial towns and regions, from the far north to the deep south. All of our agents have a passion and a knowledge for their local region. They collaborate with other agents and officers and support staff from the wider business to attract more sellers, to bring in more buyers and to close more deals for our clients. No one knows this market quite like us. We go above and beyond, time after time, day after day, year after year, to achieve the best possible result for our clients. Importantly, the team is also backed by comprehensive market research, a highly effective auctions team, and valuable marketing tools like Country Magazine. That's why we're the nation's #1 rural real estate brand. Bailey's Country. We're altogether better. Property. It's one of the most fiercely competitive markets in New Zealand. And that's why we at Bailey's continue to work to rise above the competition. We pride ourselves on being better, on doing our best to build on our hard-earned reputation every day. Since 1999, we've had a dedicated team of country experts whose skills and know-how have made us leaders in the field. We represent every sector of the rural landscape, from large-scale farms, stations, forestry, vineyards and specialty rural properties to lifestyle blocks and homes in the country. And we treat every single one with our legendary professionalism and integrity, whatever the scale. No one knows this market quite like us. We go above and beyond, time after time, day after day, year after year, to achieve the best possible result for our clients. That's why we're the nation's #1 rural real estate brand. Bailey's Country. We're altogether better.
In a country like this, things have to be made tough. So at MSD Animal Health, we make vaccines specifically for New Zealand conditions, ensuring they're tough enough to work out here. That's why thousands of Kiwi farmers trust our vaccines to protect stock, increase productivity and boost farm income. Multine B12 is our leading 5-in-1 clostridial vaccine, boosted with vitamin B12 for convenience. Made here, works here. Multine B12.
Guys, we've got a pretty professional about it. They have tallies they want to hit, and they generally just work to that tally, and they know how to do it. They can set themselves at a pace where they know they'll be within 1 or 2 sheep. It's bloody impressive how they do that, I reckon. I mean, it's bloody hard work. They're running a marathon every day.
My main message to farmers would be good toilets, good facilities, maintenance, keeping the maintenance up for everybody. That includes like catching pen gates and holes in walls and springs on doors. It's just common sense stuff. That's what shearers want.
When I was still shearing, I walked into a shed one night about 9 o'clock in the down in Hunterville, and the place was just gleaming. And it was polished, and everything was just gleaming in the shed. It was the first time I'd been there, and I thought to myself, sure, got to do a good job here, mate.
Business, it's all about people. If we don't have good people, well trained, with good facilities, good resources and clean operating going forward, put stress on them, all of a sudden they might get injured or something might go wrong there, then I'm left high and dry because I don't have people running our business.
In relation to performance and like that, I would start with your sleep. Okay. Address sure that within your nutrition, your hydration is adequate, and also in terms of eating, making sure that you're eating for performance. So the fuel that you're putting in your body, you can't run a Ferrari on diesel. Okay, so if you want to perform at the highest level like these guys are, then there's an element that needs to come into it.
You've got to learn your limits, and you've got to learn that you need a certain amount of time in bed if you're going to work long hours the next day. You look after yourself. You eat well. And you make sure that you replace what you lose from dehydration. You've got to rehydrate well. You make sure that you replace what you lose from dehydration. You've got to rehydrate well.
Main message about training and fitness is take a little bit more time to it's going to take 5 minutes out of your day to do a little bit of strength work, 5 minutes at the end of the day to do some stretching out, and the benefits you'll reap from it will be years and years down the road.
We're striving to do well in the industry, and we're trying to make money and perhaps make a name for ourselves. We lose that sensitivity to our bodies. We lose that awareness to when we're actually in trouble physically. It's time to go and see a chiropractor, time to get some physio, maybe look at our techniques and the way that we're operating, because if people are working well and they're making money and they can feel the growth in their skill set, then they'll look after themselves. It creates a very positive atmosphere and environment for everyone to work, and they want to be there.
Breaks and recovery time are just absolutely key and vital if you want to stay performing at the top of your game in the shed. If we compare shearing and so forth to competitive rugby or competitive netball, and you think about how those guys perform, they're not at high intensity training every single day. They factor in break times, low level training, and definitely some recovery time. So that's how they stay in peak condition and how they keep going and keep performing and winning. And so it's no different in the shed.
Sometimes, someone's better off having a couple of days off to rest and recover than like thrashing them through it. And I think that's the main one is just having that time out to get refresh yourself and then come back stronger again.
all have little things that bug us and frustrations on the job. And the farmer, what the issue is, and the earlier you do that, the better. But if it's getting really tough and you need someone else to map out what needs to change for you to be back on track, talk about it. Get some other people and connect with other people. And if you've got a bit on your plate, share it around. Other people can give you a good perspective on things.
People in our industry, if you look back 30 or 40 years ago, we were sort of taught to be hard and push through pain, but it's also being aware of when your body's in trouble and looking after yourself both physically and mentally.
Looking after your staff is really important. It's probably your number one factor. If you look after your staff, they'll look after you.
Finding it very difficult young people into the industry these days. So while we're here, we have to show value them. And part of that is being about changing some of the attitudes, the way we did things 20, 30, 50 years ago.
In the end, it is all the people we can't operate without, and I think the ability to have respect for your contractors, for the people that are working on your property and for your property creates a great outcome for everybody.
They can set themselves at a pace where they know they'll be within 1 or 2 sheep. It's bloody impressive how they do that, I reckon. I mean, it's bloody hard work. They're running a marathon every day.
My main message to farmers would be good toilets, good facilities, maintenance, keeping the maintenance up for everybody. That includes like catching pen gates and holes in walls and springs on doors. It's just common sense stuff. That's what shearers want.
When I was still shearing, I walked into a shed one night about 9 o'clock and down in Hunterville, and the place was just gleaming. And it was polished, and everything was just gleaming in the shed. It was the first time I'd been there, and I thought to myself, sure, got to do a good job here, mate.
Business, it's all about people. If we don't have good people, well trained, with good facilities, good resources and clean operating going forward, put stress on them, all of a sudden they might get injured or something might go wrong there, then I'm left high and dry because I don't have people running our business.
In relation to performance and like that, I would start with your sleep. Okay, address your sleep, because without sleep we will not perform properly. Second to that, nutrition. Okay, so just making sure that within your nutrition your hydration is adequate, and also in terms of eating.